People are always asking where Live a Little Productions gets all the zombies for the Zombie Rampage monster bus. Fact is, we raise them right here on the farm. Hey everybody, I'm Kenny and this is Sagebrush Soul, and this week we're going to deviate from announcer life just a little bit and we are going to walk around my zombie-inspired 1972 Honda SL125. Will you hold on for just one sec? Sorry, somebody must have left the gate open. Last fall when Vicky and I went to St. George, Utah to run the Zombie Rampage monster bus, we decided to watch The Walking Dead to get inspired to do the event. The zombies were cool, but I fell in love with the vehicles and especially the motorcycles. So when I bought this motorcycle from my daughter, it seemed like the perfect canvas to make my very own zombie bike. So this week I'm going to show you what I've done, what needs to be done, and I would love any suggestions you have. Stick with me. My daughter had already gotten the bike in pretty good running order before I got it. It was her first motorcycle and it didn't take long before she wanted to go a little bigger. When she first showed it to me, memories of my brother and I's 1979 XR80 rushed in, and I immediately told her if she ever wanted to sell it to call me first. She did, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. I've had my share of big bikes and I've loved them, but I plan to haul this one on the back of our RV to my announcing gigs. It's perfect because it's lightweight and shouldn't be too cumbersome to load and unload. Mechanically, the bike runs, but it starts to miss at full tilt. So I'll be checking the timing, adjusting the valves, swapping out the plug, but I suspect the jets might be a little plugged in the car. To tide me over, I bought a cheap replacement until I have time to go through the original. I'll also be replacing the fork seals, and I'm pretty sure the case is going to need a gasket kit. The taillight was in rough shape and I happened to have a 6-volt vintage Ford replica that fit the bill. To make it fit, I made this adapter plate out of one of my favorite materials, an old pedestrian sign. I found this just hanging on a post near a road somewhere. After replacing the taillight, I discovered the switch and the brake lever didn't work, so I ordered a new set. These are a lot more elaborate than I wanted, and I'm not real excited about the color, but it was the only thing I could find that had a built-in switch and would arrive in a timely manner. Now for the visual plan of the bike. The side covers I made in a previous video you can check out by following the link in the description. Even though the seat's in good shape, I really want a scrambler style seat that'll be a better match to the leather side covers. I plan to make a fiberglass seat pan and do the whole thing myself, but we'll just see how that goes. This is one I just photoshopped in. I want some saddlebags for a little storage. I'm not sure if they're going to be leather or some ammo cans. Either way, they're going to need brackets. I made these out of conduit. I beat the hell out of the ends and used a socket to mark the radius. Alright, so that's how that's going to go. Got to do cut a little clearance there, but yeah, the problem is going to be replicating that thing. A real fabricator could probably do it real easy, but we're dealing with Kenny here, so we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. I utilized the rear shock mount holes in the taillight bracket so I didn't have to mess with the frame. I used the conduit, A, because it's dirt cheap, and B, if I lay the bike down, I want the brackets to be the path of least resistance, not the frame or the fender. These older bikes didn't come with signal lights, and I want them. The 6-volt system is going to make this a challenge though. I stuffed these little lights in the brackets and they light up okay, but making them flash is going to be a whole other story. I put this project on the back burner for the time being, but I'm flirting with building a 12-volt system just to run the signals that'll be powered by a rechargeable tool battery. The trick will be disguising it somewhere on the bike. I do want to trim the front fender, but not this one. I'll probably make one out of something I find somewhere. As for the saddlebags themselves, I held up a purse that I made for Vicky and it looks to be about the right size. She won't let me have it back though, so if I go that route, I'll be making some new ones. And as I said before, I'm considering some small plastic ammo cans for more of a panniard appearance, but the current seat interferes with that, so I'm tabling that idea until the new seat's done. I tried to pull the dents on the tank with a hot glue dent puller with no luck, so I've ordered a different tank that I'm hoping will fit. As far as the paint job, Vicky suggested I paint it like I did the desk that I'm editing this video on right now. So for now I'm planning on that. Feel free to leave a comment about what you think I should add or delete from the plan, and keep an eye out for more videos about the bike coming soon. Thanks for watching, and may the best of your past be the worst of your future.